Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tim's Creepy Art. As you can see, I've done some work since last time, so I've added some more, backing to the trees. So today is just going to be a pretty simple one. This is just basically painting the basics for our background. So you only need two brushes. First of all, you need a nice flat brush. So I've got a number 6 flat brush. And I have got my 1-inch brush again. Now this is just basically putting in the color and, just more or less starting the blend. So first things first, we need some Prussian blue, sap green, and any bright yellow. So I'm going to be using Spectrum yellow. So I'm just going to start off with just a little coat of, I think, just a little bit of Prussian blue. So this is where we're going to be using, the only time we're going to be using the good old-fashioned flat brush, is we're just going to be painting in just the basics of what we need. So we're just going to be doing that. So just putting in the line. Now, so this is also doing the topology, and because I like using a smaller brush, I have ultimately control of what the land looks like. So, there we go. Now that is making me happy. Okay. Okay. So we're just really working on our brush strokes at the moment. So we're just going to start putting in all the big meaty Prussian blue, which is generally what you want to do. Now you watch as I carefully add in a line. This is sped up, of course, because I have a history of creating unnecessarily long videos about things. Not really, I did it once and then somebody said, hey man, it's way too long. Do you mind making it a bit shorter? And I was like, sure. So I'm working in the top coat of just the Prussian blue. That's to really home in on the distance and on the gradient. So yeah, I learnt this technique from an oil painting book that I purchased about 3 or 4 months ago, known as the Oil Painter's Bible. And because generally my first learning of oil painting was via, of course, Bob Ross, much like other people. And I was very inspired, like my art's very inspired by an artist called Richard Dadd, with his Fairy Fellas Masterstroke, which is, of course, my favourite painting of all time. The reason why I do landscape paintings is generally because of, again, Mr. Bob Ross, which is a huge inspiration upon me. So, you know, that's pretty cool. But yeah, okay. So what I'm doing here is I've started adding in my green paint. As you can sort of see, it's starting to come through at the moment, which is really what you want. Yeah, at the end of the day, you want the green and the purple to really mix in and then to mix out. So as you're going along, you want to create more of a, well, make the painting more green. So I'm pulling it down and then brushing back over. Okay, which is good about mixing the paints. So I think I'm adding a little bit more linseed oil. This is just to really loosen up the paint so I can, you know, far easily spread it. Okay, there we go. But as I was, so as I was saying, you really want to really work the green through. But yeah, another thing that's inspired me is Hieronymus Bosch, because I like doing the fine details, and the Where's Wally books, because I like to hide a lot of things in my paintings, and you know, Where's Wally is was like one of those books I used to read all the time, which is pretty cool. But you know, I do have some regrets of my you know, art career. You know, I used to do, I went to university to study 3D animation, and, well, you know, being in Australia, nothing really came of it. So, you know, it's not bad or anything. But yeah. So, if you can look at the screen, I know the light is a bit too much. I'm testing out a new camera setup, so the light will ultimately be moved for next time, which is, you know, what I want to do. But yeah, but as you can see there, you can start seeing the green really coming through. So it might almost be time to add some yellow paint, but I think I'm just adding in the last of the green. But yeah, you really just want, and like, you know, you're creating a texture with this sort of coat. So yeah, I think I will start adding in some buildings, because as I'm doing this painting, even though the whole idea of it was to be completely online, sorry about that, I should have put my phone on pause, but yeah, but you know, so I'm working in the yellow now. As you can see, the yellow's more or less making it the, you know, going to be the front of the painting, so, which is the bottom. And this is all about creating perspective, you know, so this painting already has a huge sense of depth to it already, which as an artist you really want to create. You want to create this world that is completely three-dimensional, you know, which is pretty goddamn awesome. But yeah, you know, but I think starting to wrap things up. I think I'm just going to go over with some, you know, more yellow, just to really, you know, hint at it and all that. I think I will add like another video clip at the end of this, like not just to pad out the runtime, but yeah. So, you know, which I hope this video was helpful to anyone, and yeah, and I don't know whether I'll add this, and okay, I am going to add a end video clip, but you know, just follow me on Instagram, which is, I think I'm showing you, yeah, close-ups, yeah, so you'll be able to see this on my Instagram, Tims_creepy_art, but yeah, so I'm going to show you the other video clip. Actually, no, not just yet. I want to change position so I can show you. So if you look at the very back, of what I've done with the trees, with the mini trees. Unfortunately, I did this when I wasn't filming, but I took what was left over of the, Prussian blue paint and started, painting in trees using the existing paint, and I love the effect. Well, officially now, until next time, stay creepy.